6th December 2020, Madhuban, Avyakt BapDada, Om Shanti, Revise 20 February 1987. Murli's header, the three lines of remembrance, purity and being a true server. Today, the Father, the world server, who is loving to all, has come to meet his children who are always serving. BapDada, the server, loves his children who are servers equal to him all the time. Today, Baba is especially seeing the three lines sparkling on the forehead of all the server children. Each one's forehead is sparkling like a Trimurti tilak. What are these three lines a sign of? From this Trimurti tilak, the present result of each child can be seen. One is the line of a complete yogi life. The second is the line of purity. The third line is that of a true server. Baba was seeing the result of all three lines of all the children. Everyone's line of remembrance is sparkling, but number wise. The lines of some have been unadulterated from the beginning to now. That is, they have always been lost in the love of one. Secondly, has it always been unbroken? Has the line always been straight? That is, has there always been the love of all relationships directly with the Father? Or did you experience yourself to have forged a relationship with the Father through instrument souls? Do you have the direct support of the Father, or do you experience the Father's support through the support of another soul? One are those whose lines are straight, and the other are those whose lines are a little crooked in between. These are the specialities of the lines of remembrance. The second is the line of complete purity. This too is number wise. One is that as soon as you took Brahmin birth, you received the blessing of Brahmin life, the special blessing from the Father, and you experience this blessing in your life constantly and easily. This line is straight from the beginning until now. Others do not experience the blessing of this Brahmin life in the form of a right. They sometimes adopt it easily, and at other times with a lot of hard work and effort. Their line is not always straight and sparkling. In fact, the basis of success in remembrance and service is purity. Purity is not just about being celibate, but the complete form of purity is that together with being celibate means brahmachari. You also have to be one who follows Father Brahma, means brahmachari. Brahmachari means those who follow the activities of Father Brahma. This is known as follow Father because you have to follow Father Brahma. You have to become equal to Father Shiva in your stage, but you have to follow Father Brahma in your activities and your actions. Be celibate at every step. Observe the vow of celibacy constantly in your thoughts and also your dreams. The meaning of purity is constantly to make the Father your companion and always stay in the Father's company. Have you made him your companion? It is essential to feel Baba is mine, but also at all times to have only the Father's company. This is called complete purity. The company of a gathering and the codes of conduct of the love of the family are different matter and that too is essential. However, do not forget that you have the company of the love of the family because of the father. You have the love of the family, but whose family is it? The father's. Where would the family come from if it weren't for the father? The love of the family and the gathering of the family are very good, but do not forget the seed of the family. You sometimes forget the father and seek the company of the family. If every now and again you leave the father, there is then an empty space in between, and Maya will enter it. Therefore, while living with everyone with love and while having an exchange of love, do not forget the gathering means community. That is called purity. You are all clever at understanding, are you not? Some children find it hard work to move forward to the stage of complete purity, and that is why they have the thought now and then of making someone their companion. They also have the thought that it is essential to have someone's company. You don't have to become a sannyasi, but do not forget the Father's company while staying in the company of souls. Otherwise, at a time of need, you will remember that soul's company and forget the Father. So you can be deceived at a time of need. This is because if you have the habit of taking the support of physical bodily beings, you will remember the bodily beings first, and you will remember the Avyakta Father and the incorporeal Father later. If at any time you remember the support of corporeal being first, then that becomes number 1 and the Father becomes number 2. So, what status would you receive if you kept the Father as the number 2? Would it be number 1 or 2? Simply to take cooperation or to be loving is a different matter from making someone your support. This is something very deep. You have to understand this accurately. In some gatherings, instead of being loving, you became detached. You are afraid that you might get trapped, and so you think it would be better to keep yourself at a distance. But no, you have to live in a household and with a family for 21 births, do you not? So, if you keep yourself at a distance because of fear and became isolated, then those became the sanskars of a karma sannyasi. You have to become karma yogis, not karma sannyasis. Although you have to remain in a gathering and be loving, you must let the one Father and none other be the support for your intellect. No soul's company, virtue, or speciality should attract your intellect. That is called purity. When you find that purity is hard work, it proves that you have not taken the blessing you receive at birth from the Father, the bestower of blessings. A blessing doesn't require labor. Every Brahmin soul has received the first blessing of Brahmin life. May you be pure, may you be yogi. So ask yourself, have I received the blessing of purity, or have I adopted purity by working hard? Remember that this is your Brahmin birth. It isn't just a transformed life, but it is a life that has been transformed on the basis of a Brahmin birth. Sanskars of birth are very easy and natural. You also say this among yourselves. My sanskar have been like this from birth. The sanskars of a Brahmin birth are may you be yogi, may you be pure. This is a blessing and also your original sanskar. Two things are essential in life. One is a companion and the other is company. That is why the Trikaldarshi father, knowing everyone's needs, becomes your best companion and also gives you the best company. Double foreign children especially need both of these. That is why BapDada gave you the experience of the companion from the moment you took Brahmin birth. He made you into brides. You found your companion as soon as you took birth. Did you not? Have you found your companion or are you looking for him? Therefore, experience purity as your original sanskar. That is called an elevated line. Your foundation is strong, is it not? The third line is that of a true server. There is also the line of a server on everyone's forehead. You cannot stay without doing service. Service is the means to make Brahmin life constantly free from obstacles, and it is also in service that you have more test papers. A server who is free from obstacles is said to be a true server. It is fixed in the drama for obstacles to come. They have to come and they will continue to come because these obstacles or test papers make you experience. Do not consider it to be an obstacle, but look at it with the feeling that you are being made to progress by your experience, and you will then experience it to be a ladder of progress. You have to move ahead even more through this because service means a gathering from where you experience blessing from all souls. Service is a means to receive blessings from everyone. If you look at it in this way and with this attitude, you will always experience yourselves to be moving forward. As an authority of experience, do not consider an obstacle to be an obstacle, and do not consider the soul who has been instrumental for the obstacle to be a soul who brings obstacles, but consider that soul to be your teacher to make you experienced. Since you say that the one who defames you is your friend, then the one who makes you pass through obstacles and makes you experienced is your teacher. Is he not? He taught you a lesson, did he not? Nowadays, you have doctors who make you do exercises to remove illnesses. Initially, it hurts you to do those exercises, but that pain makes you free from pain for all time. However, those who do not understand this cry out in pain, saying that they are being given even more pain, even though the cure is much in that pain. In the same way, the form may be that of an obstacle, and that soul may appear to be a soul who brings obstacle, but that soul becomes instrumental to make you overcome obstacles and make you unshakable for all time. That is why a soul who is free from obstacles is said to be a true server. Those who have such an elevated line are called true servers. To have a constantly clean intellect, a clean attitude, and to perform pure actions is an easy way to attain success in service. Before you begin any service, first of all check whether there is the slightest awareness of anything of the past. Instead of cleanliness, if there is, your way of seeing and speaking to that soul will be with that attitude and vision. You will then be unable to achieve the complete success that you would have by doing service with cleanliness. To finish all the things of the past and all the different attitudes is cleanliness. Even to think about the past is a slight sin to some percentage. Even thoughts create a world, and to speak about something is an even bigger thing. This is because even by just having those thoughts, the awareness of those old thoughts makes the world and the atmosphere like that. You then say, whatever I said happened, did it not? But why did it happen? Your weak and wasteful thoughts created that world of a wasteful atmosphere. Therefore, a true server is one who finishes even old vibrations. Scientists destroy weapons with weapons, and they use an aeroplane to make another one crash. When they are at war, they finish one another off completely. So, your pure vibrations can make pure vibrations emerge and finished wasteful vibrations. Thoughts can finish other thoughts. If your thoughts are powerful, then powerful thoughts will definitely finish wasteful thoughts. Do you understand? You first of all need cleanliness, that is the power of purity. In service, Baba is saying these three lines of sparkling. You have also heard many specialities of service. The essence of that is that the basis of success is to serve with an altruistic state, free from sinful thoughts. It is with this type of service that you yourself will always be content and cheerful, and others will always be content as well. There cannot be a gathering without service being done. In a gathering, there have to be different situations, different ideas, different methods, facilities, etc. Nevertheless, while the situations come, while hearing of the different methods, you yourself must always be one who enables many others to be combined in remembrance of one and have a constant and stable stage. Never be confused by the diversity. What should I do now? Because there are now many ideas. Who should I accept and who should I not accept? If you take a decision whilst being altruistic and without other thoughts, no one will have West thoughts, because no one can stay without doing service, nor can anyone stay without having remembrance. Therefore, continue to encourage service. Also, continue to make yourself move forward with love, cooperation, and altruistic feelings. Do you understand? BapDada is pleased that everyone is this land and abroad, young and old, all have given the proof of service with zeal and enthusiasm. The project of the service abroad has also now been accomplished successfully. In this land too, all the tasks have now been completed successfully with everyone's cooperation. BapDada is pleased to see the love that you children have for doing service. Everyone's aim of revealing the Father has been good, and you have shown the visible fruit by transforming labor into love for the Father. All you children have come here as instruments who do special service. BapDada is also singing your praise. Wah, children, wah. All of you have done very well. It isn't that some have done something and others haven't. Whether they are small places or a big places. Even those at the smaller places haven't done any less. So, with anyone's elevated good wishes and elevated pure feelings, the task worked out well and will always work out well. You took a lot of time. You used many thoughts. When you made plans, you had those thoughts. Did you not? You also used physical energy. You used your wealth and also the power of gathering. The sacrificial fire of service was completely successfully with the offerings of all the powers in both places, abroad and in this land. The projects went very well. There is no question as to whether you did well or not. They have always been fine and will always be fine. Whether you did the project of the multi-million minutes of peace or of the golden jubilee, both were very beautiful. The methods with which you carried out the projects were also good. In some cases, in order to increase the value of something, it is placed behind a curtain. The curtain increases the value even more. The people's curiosity is raised to see what is behind the curtain. This curtain will become the curtain of revelation. You have now prepared the ground. When a seed is sown in the earth, it is hidden underground. The seed is not kept on top, it is kept hidden underground, but it is the flowers and fruits of the hidden seed that became visible. So, you have now sown the seed, and the tree will automatically continue to come onto the stage. You are all dancing in happiness, are you not? You say Vah Baba, but you also say Vah service. Acha, BapDada has heard all the news. This service, the service of gathering of all the different wings in this land and abroad that has taken place, is a good method of spreading the one sound in all places at the same time. In the future, too, whatever programs you have, do the same type of service everywhere in this land and abroad at the same time, and then bring the fruit of that service to Madhuban as a group, because there is the same wave in all places. Everyone has zeal and enthusiasm, and there is a spiritual race, not competition, between everyone as to who will give the maximum proof of service. So, the name is glorified everywhere with this enthusiasm. Therefore, make a group of any profession, but let attention to be paid to doing the same type of service in the same way everywhere this year. When those souls see the gathering everywhere, they too will feel enthusiastic and have a chance to move forward. Continue to make plans and move forward in this way. First of all, serve those professions in your own area and have programs of small gatherings, and prepare the special souls from those smaller gatherings for the bigger gatherings. However, all the centers in close proximity should work together, because some are not able to come here, and so they should be able to take benefit from the programs that take place there. So, first of all, have small sneha melons, means loving gatherings, and then have a program of a gathering of those from the whole zone, and then let there be the big gatherings in Madhuban. They will then become experienced before they come up to Madhuban. However, let there be the same topic both abroad and here for the same profession. There can be also be topics that are relevant to two or three different professions. If the topic is broader than two or three professions can participate in that. So, now prepare three types of samples from the fields of religion, politics, and science. Acha. To all the souls who have a right to the blessings of purity, to the souls who experience a constantly stable stage and who have a constantly yogi life, to the elevated souls who are true servers at every moment with just the one thought, to the souls who have love for the world and who are world servers. BapDada's love, remembrance, and namaste. The spiritual children says namaste and good morning to the spiritual father. Blessing. May you become free from forgetting and making mistakes by having the awareness of the combined form and became a constant yogi. Explanation. The children who experience themselves to be combined with the Father automatically receive the blessing of may you be a constant yogi, because wherever they may be, they continue to experience a meeting, no matter how much sometimes tries to make them forget. They are free from forgetting. Such children who never forget the Father are dearly loved by the Father, and they are constant yogis because the sign of love is natural remembrance. Maya cannot shake even a nail, means a tiny part of their thoughts. Slogan. Instead of making excuses, find a solution and you will claim a right to receiving blessings. Om Shanti